I was looking at the wheels that I did, and the pigments just really, they worked fine on the tread themselves, that part, but the streaking just didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. So I decided that streaking brushes were the way to go. I did them previously on the Trojan, and it's worked out quite well there. So I did it on the first tire, on the first wheel, which is this one. It's worked out a lot better. It's a bit hard to see under these lights, but it's with a camera that won't focus. Come on, there we go. It's a bit tricky to see, but in regular light it looks a lot better than the previous one with just the pigments. I'll take some better daylight photos. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try and achieve again. Now to do that, obviously I need the wheel and some of the streaking brusher oil. The brush itself is a bit too hefty for what I'm after, so I'm just going to put some on here. And apply it with a different brush. And hopefully I can keep this all in frame. Let's get that out of the way for now before I destroy it all. If there's any wobbling, I do apologise, because it's the Gorilla Pod I've got wrapped around the edge of my table. That is holding my camera, or my phone. So it's very awkward. And if you hear any weird noises, it's the baby monitor, which is just over there. Alright, so I'm going to lightly add some of this stuff sort of around the hub. It's a very scratchy brush, this. And then outward. So as I said in the previous video, what I'm essentially trying to replicate here, or simulate rather, there's a big difference between replicating something, detail, and simulating detail. And what I'm trying to simulate is how dust on the surface of the tyre gets flung around due to centrifugal forces as the wheel spins. So I'm just going to put a little bit around the edge of the tread as well. Might be a bit much there. Right, so that leaves us with this. It's a bit patchy there. So obviously what I need to do now is not use gloss clear, that'd be stupid, is use enamel thinners. I'm using Humbrol enamel thinners. To blend it in. I'll just make it a little bit, make my brush a little bit damp. Because I don't want to erase it. I want to blend it. It's already a little bit too heavy. I'm still trying to work out what camera angles would be best, both for me and for viewing pleasure. This, not going to lie, it's a bit awkward having to work around my phone. I'm not going to try and put too much on, because at the end of the day, it's not a construction vehicle working on a dusty on a dusty construction site. So that's that. Now we'll take this wider, flatter brush to do pretty much the same, but with a bit more, I'll cover a larger area and help blend it in. Practice on the other wheel off camera, just in case I've ruined it entirely. So I've got a bit of an idea of how I wanted to approach this. Now I'm either going towards the hub or from the hub. In the grand scheme of things, it still ends up with a similar result. It's looking a lot better. Another pass with the oil. A few more thin streaks. What you basically want to do with these oil brushes is you sort of put a basic streak, so it's where you want it to go, and then just gently mash it in with the other brushes. started wondering, should I do more? Nah, stop. Oops. Right. Again, these guys make this look so easy. I don't know how they do it. There, it's much better. It's a lot better than what it was. Let's see if I can play with the lights here. Is that going to work? No. I'll have to make sure that when I take these pics of the finished thing, that's under daylight pictures, because this just isn't doing it any justice. Its lighting setup is terrible. I've got a big fluorescent tube up the top, got a weird magnifier up here, and the desk lamp up on this side. So it's all terrible. They're all different colors, temperatures, and it's just awkward. It's fine. It's fine for when I'm building and painting and all that, but when it gets to filming stuff, the white balance on the iPhone isn't. It's a bit weird anyway, as it is. So it's all a bit yellow when I take pictures of it under these lights. Let's see how I can fix that. Don't say buy it, Android. A bit heavy on that one. Guess. Again, a little bit around the edge, not too much. There. So same again. Blend it with one brush. A bit more precise blending on this one, if you can call it that. Pushing it around. The added bonus of having this camera, this phone so close to my face, is that you can hear every single weird noise my nose makes. Probably my stomach too. It's making weird churning noises. Yeah. Let's go back to the broad brush. I think as videos go, this one might be a little bit more informative than the previous marathon one, or matinee. I'm still learning the ropes, folks, bear with me. I suppose there's only so much one can watch a guy airbrush a wheel before they start shooting out. Anyway, blendy, blendy, blend, blend. That's much better. There. Oops. I'm going to leave it at that. That's quite nice. Cool, so that was those. Redone. Damn it. I am a professional. No, I'm not really. That's that side. The other side. And trust me, it looks a lot better in person than it does on this camera. So right, that's that out of the way. Up next, the cockpit.